team will be say they're very young and they fight to get their position for the league.
I don't see how that match will affect them because Liverpool firing power. No, nothing stops them. If you look Champions League last year, they still lose to the same team now for Rome. They even lose to Belgrade again, but none of that they stop them.
All right.
So Champions League and the Premiership are two different competitions for Liverpool, and the players will come up on Sunday. I think the game is 4 o'clock Central European time. Chelsea need to be careful for that.
4:30 Central European time.
Okay, Chelsea need to be careful in that game because of the youthfulness and the young defense. Could Zuma need to slow down his game and read the game better on the day? And the other Scandinavian defender, Christensen too, both of them need to learn to harmonize and read the game better on the day because the firepower of Mane, Firmino, and Salah, they are a very difficult team to stop, especially Mane. So I can see Liverpool going on to win that match, but if Chelsea are not careful, it might be another goal feast again. But it's going to be a tight match again. But I see Liverpool coming out. It's going to be like the Super Cup too. At the end, Liverpool won a penalty, but there will be penalty on Sunday. But the match will be settled in 90 minutes.
Okay, so thank you for those podcasts so far, and I hope those podcasts will help our viewers with the watches broadcast, those where they play games. And as I talked in the beginning, if now win, wanna call us, wanna still give us, wanna tell us thank you because we're giving our forecast here. So maybe we just talk a little bit about the German league, the Bundesliga, where I know say and there your interest only there. So if you tell us some of the games where they get this weekend, some of the important games.
Yeah, I will just mention the 3 important games there,
right?
Which is because for there the first 3 there, Leipzig is first, Dortmund second, Bayern is even fourth on the league table. So I'll just talk about Bayern because they are the team to beat in Munich in Germany. Bayern is playing Cologne. Werder Bremen is home to Leipzig, and Eintracht Frankfurt is hosting Dortmund on Sunday. Dortmund midweek played against Barcelona. They had a very cracky game. The way they run, the tempo, that's what we want to see in football these days. Not all these low tempo, high tempo football. 2 teams in Europe now where they do this thing where I really like are Liverpool and Dortmund. They can play end-to-end stuff, not getting tired, and that's what they did to Barcelona on weekend, on Tuesday. But the thing that was very interesting was Barcelona keeper, and that's the problem in Germany now. The Ter Stegen is fighting against Manuel Neuer, saying now he's supposed to be the number 1, and Manuel Neuer saying a disgrace for him to talk something like that for public. So that keeper is really good. He made more than 5-6 flashes save on Tuesday. On top of it, he stopped the penalty. So Dortmund is a very impossible team to stop at the moment. I think they are lost about 2 weeks ago was just a once-off. Before something like that will happen to them again. After that lose to Union Berlin, most of the players even say no, this thing can happen again. And there was international break. They were all lamenting it. We want to make things right. And they came up last week against Leverkusen and trashed them 4-0. So there's no way I think Frankfurt will stop Dortmund. I think Dortmund will win that match. For Leipzig, I think Leipzig will run over Werder Bremen. Bremen is one of the low-rated teams now. They are still playing one of the oldest attacker in world football, Claudio Pizarro. Pizarro is about 40 years old, and he's still one of their main attacker there. So you can think about what I'm saying. And Bayern is playing Cologne. I think Bayern will win this game if they put their heads together. If the coach that is having the smoke on the touchline think better on what to do about the team, not thinking that he is the superstar. So they have all the players they need. They have a lot of world-class players. Pavard, that scored the finest goal in the last World Cup. Lucas Hernandez, Nicolas Sule. They have one of the best midfielder in the world now, Thiago, who can turn the ball to anything. So what they really need to do is get that harmony between the teams. Stop playing like old ladies and increase the speed, the tempo into the game, I think the game will be better. That's it.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that. And let's just go straight to the Spanish league briefly, and then we'll talk about the some of the important games there this week. So let's go to the first one. One of the most important match this weekend is Sevilla will be taking on Real Madrid. So how you should say Real Madrid will fit take come up after that terrible performance during the midweek Champions League, and now they replace Sevilla, one of the hottest teams in the Spanish league.
Like what I did read for some of the sports channels, sports apps over the week. Say this one a crunchy mot for Zinedine Zidane. That if you don't win most of the games this month, they will kick him out, and they already line up Jose Mourinho to return to Santiago Bernabeu. So you don't win one, huh? You don't lose one for Champions League. The next game now, you get to take it seriously. Like we said earlier, the problem is there's no harmony in the team. They still have the players, I think so. I think Zidane not do them a lot of justice by trying to sideline some of those players at the beginning. So what do you need to do now? Find a way to bring that harmony back to the team, get them playing like they used to, and see what will happen. And some of the young players, I think one of the young players that got injured during the preseason is one of these, is it Asensio or one of them. That's another. Say what?
Asensio.
Okay, that's one of the team where they cause vacuum for the team now where they not fit cover. So I hope say he go put his head together, the coach, sake of his job, because I don't see why he really come back to coach Real Madrid after what he did. So he should have just rested and go to some other team to coach. So the match tomorrow, I see them coming back, but they need to be careful. I think Sevilla are the leaders of the Spanish league now.
Right.
So Zidane need to get his act right, or else I'll tip Sevilla to win that game.
You tip who? I didn't hear you.
Sevilla.
Sevilla. Okay. All right. So another critical game here. Now we see Atletico Madrid great performance during the midweek Champions League, and they take on Celta Vigo. So what if you tell us about that match and what would you expect? And Simon, as we know, and him be the actor for the team. So we trust him. So I should say that match could be this week.
Yeah.
This weekend.
Anybody who knows Simon, I know say Simon and Charisma. His energy when they use for touchline and they give to him players till they play. So if they continue what they did, and one thing is they are never tired. It's not like most teams where say now so you play on Saturday, you know go play on Wednesday. He's constantly playing almost the same 11 week in, week out, and they are never tired. So if they continue what they did to Juventus, if you look at that Juventus team with Cristiano Ronaldo and a lot of world class players,
right?
If they continue with that, I see them to win on Saturday.
Okay. All right. So maybe we'll go straight to the next one, which is Barcelona. Barcelona they play a away match against Granada. So what would you expect? Leo Messi is back. So what would you expect from this week?
Yeah, a case of Barca and a case of a woman with a broken leg or a player with a broken leg. A team that only depend on one player to move them, to galvanize them. I don't think Barcelona is. We're just looking at the name Barcelona. That's what we look at. But the team they are not playing like Barcelona that we know. When they say they play tiki taka against Dortmund, I don't see tiki taka. It was Dortmund that had more possession and everything. So Barcelona need to go back to the drawing board. They've already lost this season. I can't remember the last time Barcelona lost so early in the season. So they should go back to the drawing board and see what they can do to improve the team. And if they continue like this, I will say it now. I know we're in the the fourth, fifth game of the week of the season. If they continue like this, I can say wholeheartedly they won't win the league. So I would tip them. It's going to be a draw or a win for the other team.
Oh, really?
Who is playing home, if I may ask?
Granada is playing home.
It might be a draw for Barcelona or Granada will win the game if Barcelona doesn't improve on what they play on Wednesday.
Oh, that's a brave forecast.
It has to do with what I saw on Wednesday or on Tuesday. I wasn't really impressed with Barca,
Okay.
and I think the coach goes back to what we are saying. He started a 16 and a half years old player. I wouldn't have done that. I would have brought him in during the game. You have Rakitic at the bench. You have Griezmann playing. I would have moved Griezmann out wide, bring Rakitic in. Then somewhere to go. The guy was okay, but he wasn't exciting. If you are bringing a young player into a game like that, it should be exciting. Like when Neymar bust up into the scene, or like when Ronaldo's bust up. You see them with
Right.
ball, they run defenders down. But this guy wasn't doing any of that. He's just holding the ball, bringing it back. Even there was no pull out. So how can you say such a player is exciting?
All right. All right. Thanks for those for those updates. So with the especially Barcelona go win because now my team be that, and I hope they can live up to expectations. So viewers, we are done with the football aspect of it, and we'll be ending our broadcast for now. We'll be back again on Sunday for another broadcast, and this time we'll be talking about so many things, especially Benin, things that happened in Benin recently, and some other issues. So please, you guys should please share this broadcast and join us again on Sunday, 7 p.m. Nigeria time, 7 p.m. UK time.
If I,
So,
if I just jump in before you go there, Sunday we'll be talking about, especially talking to those on social media. We are lying too much on social media now. We are not really looking at things before we do it or before we say it. Over the
yes.
week, we heard about Majek is dead. Una one killer. So before I report anything, may not they begin the look first. I beg. We'll talk about
Okay.
that. Edo State is underwater, flood.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. What's the governor doing? Come on, these are little things. If you can't give us electricity, give us good place to stay. I beg. So we'll talk about that, and we'll talk
And
about the Igbo indigenous people of Biafra. We dey hear
okay,
now say people don't they give them a lot of opportunity. United Nations
focus.
don't they listen to them. Waiting with
Right.
the those they do. We dey busy fight ourselves for social media. These are things we need to be taking. Do we need our own state? I'm saying it. I'm sticking my head out. Even if I go airport to Nigeria, they don't let me in. Do we need to fight for our own autonomy now? We have a lot of Edo diaspora organization. Do we start putting our head together? We are not seeing these things now. So we'll talk about it. Our first time I'm saying it, we'll be talking about Showore again. No matter what he has done, I think he has paid for it. It's time to free him. And we'll talk about the death of two Igbo Nigerian on the aircraft where they carry what they're not supposed to carry. So these are some of the issues. And above all, we talk about sports too. Back to
Okay.
you, Stan.
Okay, thank you. And we also see during the week, see rainfall and some road where they tie. Erosion, they pack the quota, they come out. So we'll still talk about that one as well. That one still there. Because for our brother, we did, even if rain fall from today, go reach next year, the road where they don't tie, no go fit wash out. So we never see that kind of thing before. Why if they say road where they tie, rain go they wash and come out? My brother, you don't first see that kind of thing before.
No, that one are part of the flood we will talk about. Everything will come under flood on the program.
Okay. Okay, so we get our honorable Desmond Ugbo where they Benin. So I beg, may you join us for that program because now you did it, now you be our eye. May you come tell us. So waiting we see now true or not be true. If not true, why it be like that? So those one are the things we will get from now on Sunday. So I beg, Mona join us up as usual, 7 p.m. UK time, 7 p.m. Nigeria time. So down at the broadcast for now, Mona enjoy our weekend. So that's it. Thanks, Osai Godwin Osara. You should have a nice weekend as well.
Yeah,
And
you
thanks for your
too.
time.
Shalom.
Thank you.